Hi, and welcome back to my channel. How you doing? How you been? Did you miss me? Leo's. It's the Leo season. Well, it's not Leo season anymore. It's actually Sagittarius season, but y'all can chill the hell out. Happy holidays. Today, I have another special episode of Horoscope Horror Stories. For you who've never seen this series before, I talk about each sign and basically roast them because I've almost dated all of them. Y'all, when I say Leos are the originators of my trauma, oof. Leo is the king sign in my life that always somehow wrecks this Gemini, and I'm going to be heartbroken. But god damn it, I'm gonna have a good time doing it. Memories all alone in the moonlight. That's what Leos do to me. They're like my fatal attraction. So Leos represent the age group of 28 to 35. So someone who knows themselves, someone who's grown, someone who's sexy, and someone who still has teenage anxiety, but is still going to therapy to process it. Every time I think of Leos, I think of this meme. You know, Leos are just the embodiment of someone who just knows that they're the ish and everybody wants to hang out with them. That's actually something that really turns me on as someone who's like, I know that I'm better than you, and you know it too. And maybe that's why I've been unattainably being in love with Leos for so long. And they can be a little bit of an asshole. Yeah, I said it. Leos are asshole. Sure, they keep it 100% honest, but they're still as insecure as the rest of us. Period. Also, I am drinking a beautiful mixed drink that my roomie Lauren made for me, and it's absolutely delicious. I don't know what it is, but I know it got ginger ale and rum in it. So, you know your girl's feeling a little tips and she's ready to spill her trauma out to the world. So let's talk about Leo number 1. I'm going to say that Leo number 1 is actually my best friend. This Leo is strong, funny, caring. This Leo is an asshole to a lot of people, brutally honest, but someone who just has a great ride or die mentality. I think with a lot of Leos, your bluntness sometimes can be really harsh, whether you expect it to be or not, but at the end of the day, you know what? You living your truth. I will say though, Leo, and you know who you are, Leo number 1, really opening up is very hard for Leos. I think it's hard for a lot of signs, but Leos especially. Confidence is a road for everyone. But the Leos in my life are always super confident. So when they lose that, it's like they're losing their whole sense of stableness. You know, at the end of the day, you know you're a bad bitch. We know you're a bad bitch. So keep being the baddest bitch in the room because Leo number 1, you're a banger, you're a star, and I love you. Now let's get into some lover Leos. Leo number 2. This Leo, I think, is the closest Leo that I've ever gotten to really being head over heels in love. Again, this was when I had my hot girl summer. I met this Leo on Tinder. And this Leo was just so charismatic, funny. I just feel like the Gemini and Leo attraction is something that we don't discuss. And it's just so Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That chemistry, I still think about now. Every time they walked into a room, I held my breath. And every time they would touch my lower back, oh my god. I felt like I was in a Korean drama, shoujo manga. It was like totally giving me like the confident senpai vibes. Like, you know, the main one who's cocky and rich, doesn't really understand my middle class background. So I'm the one who like puts Leo in their place. Oh my gosh. The best 2 weeks a girl has probably ever had. Until I found out that Leo was in a whole ass relationship. Leos, we all know that you're hot. But let's I don't know, communicate. Let's not date people when you're in a relationship. That would be very, very nice. So yeah, I found out that this Leo was in a relationship through Instagram because I did a little research, I saw one comment that led to another comment that led to a Facebook. And, I confronted this Leo who was very stubborn. It was like, well, the relationship's ending and the other person knows I'm dating other people. It does not matter. At the end of the day, I love communication and I love honesty. And for me personally, I cannot do that side hoe shit. I can't. I don't have the energy. And I can't be SZA on the weekend. I don't have the confidence to be the weekend. I need to be Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Leos. And it was very stressful for me when I found out. I didn't really have that many close friends in LA yet, so I couldn't really lean on the girls. I couldn't lean on my crew. And I was so dying to, hug. The chemistry. The chemistry had my soul, had my spirit, had my body, had my edges. But sadly, I can't do complicated. I do too many situationships. I'm old, I'm tired, my coochie dry. I need a good committed, thing. That's what I need in this timeline and in that timeline of 2018. Leo number 3 is actually a person I don't really talk about because this Leo is the reason for my trauma. It's something that still affects me in my relationship with love in both negative and positive ways. But I feel like on this channel, I can be very honest with you. Leo number 3 was someone that I knew in high school. I was not the popular girl. We know the sad story, boo-hoo-hoo. I was sitting in a part of class with a lot of bullies, so I asked the teacher if I could move to the other side of the class so that I don't have to constantly hear people talk bad about me while I'm trying to learn about U.S. history, which consequentially is actually one of my favorite subjects. I love history. And I became close friends. The guy that I ultimately would destroy me, his friend, and then his girlfriend. So Leo's friend told me that Leo liked me. And so, we would talk, we would hang out, we would have these moments, and, I Shojamonga fell in love with him. I remember being in the middle of class and just wanting to hold his hand, and, we got along and how nice he was to me. I remember looking at him and thinking he was the most beautiful thing in the whole entire world. And I would tell Leo's friend's girlfriend how much I cared about him, and she was like, yeah, he's so into you, girl. And her boyfriend would be like, yeah, so into you, girl. And I was waiting for him to ask me to prom because supposedly he really liked me. He took some other girl. They already made plans. And I was like, oh, that's fine. That's chill. Prom happens. He does not speak to me at all. And then I graduate. The communication just stopped. So I kind of got over it. I went to college and I got dinner with Leo's girlfriend. And she basically told me that whole situation was a lie. That they were bullying me. I've had people fake ask me out. I've had people in my old school fake say they were in love with me for jokes, just to see my reaction, right? But this felt different. All the conversations, all the closeness, the feelings that I had in my heart, and all the words that I was hearing, it was all a joke. And it was funny to watch me fall in love with someone for them. I think that's something that I won't blame Leos for. I will not blame Leos for. I understand that it's easy when you are the star in the room to just enjoy that. You can have a room full of people fall in love with you. But remember to use your powers for good. Don't use them for evil. Be kind. Don't treat people badly just because the world treats you a little bit better than everyone else. Because the light does shine on you. Leos, you slapped me a couple of times. Leo slapped me in the face, but I'm not a disgrace. I hope to have one more fling with a Leo that's not in a relationship, not a boy, and is most like my best friend, who's Leo number 1. I would love that. Grab on the booty, we get in an argument. And then we go to the party and we're both the superstars. That's the real dream, Leo. Leo, Horoscope Horror Stories. Leo, Horoscope Horror Stories. So, okay, that was Leo's Horoscope Horror Stories. We got a little open and honest in the episode. So next we have Libras. Oh, I love Libras. I love Libras so much. But they could be shady, just like Gemini. And I'm here to call you out. So you better get ready for the next episode. And please tell me in the comments what your horoscope horror stories are about Leos. I'll see you later. Wait, let's finish this. Shit, I gotta go to bed. It's late. Have a good night. Love ya.